chill.
Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying Model Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest action figure video podcast. So take off your pants, crack a beer, and let's talk toys. Let's talk about some amazing customs that I've just been sent from a good, close, personal, long-time friend of the show, my brother from overseas. Robert, thank you so much, directly from Europe. You randomly messaged me and was like, dude, I like doing customs. I've got a couple I think you might be interested in. Would you like me to send them to you? Oh my goodness, yes. These are awesome. So first of all, let me show you. Formerly Shriek from Mcfarland, DC. Now a whole new creation that I have to come up with a name for because I don't know who this guy is. But I love him. You see, Robert knew that I have a separate display, which is like my kind of cosmic sci-fi display. I decided to make this because of Cosmic Legions coming out, and suddenly I got bitten by the cosmic bug, and I was like, I want this cool sci-fi shelf. And this dude, oh, he just looks so cool. Now, I didn't even know who the Shriek character was, so I recognized this as Mcfarland because you can spot Mcfarland figures, various little giveaways and telltales, but I didn't know who this was based on until he told me and showed me the original, and I was like, wow, okay, that's a hell of a change. I thought he maybe just did like a little bit of dry brushing or something, but no, he went all in with the repaint and added some awesome little touches. Check out the little bullet holes here. How cool is that? Drilling in there and then doing the dry brush around the edges where the paint has been like sort of chipped away by the bullet scratch. So cool. And then with the beautiful kind of translucent little, I don't know, sort of lights, reflectors here. I mean, that's part of the original figure, but I just dig it. I dig it the most. And then because he's got this more darker kind of industrial, that's what he looks like. It's an industrial kind of look, as opposed to the bright, white, pristine kind of look that the original, is it Shriek? It is Shriek, which I thought was a weird name for this looking figure. I mean, if you're going to put a name with a character, I wouldn't have seen this beautiful iMac looking robot and then thought, Shriek, that's what that character is. But hey, I'm sure the name makes sense if you are familiar with the comics and where he comes from. Or it comes from. I mean, it's a robot, I think. I don't know. I'm not interested in learning about Shriek because I've got this dude who I still need to name. Guys, if you can come up with, or even a backstory. Give me a cosmic name and backstory for this dude. I would love to hear it. I'm thinking part of a line of militaristic robots that are used to, like, you know, be enforcers or something like that. That's kind of cool. Very sort of Iron Man-ish with the color scheme, with the red on the gray there. A bit like the Spider-Man Homecoming Iron Man design, but then just made kind of nastier and grimier. Like this, you can feel there's sort of oil and like he's going to be something that's been in the wars. I mean, look at the detail on the back as well with the extra bullet hole there, all the scuffing. I love dry brushing. I've decided that's my new thing that I love. Dry brushing the silver there to make it look like the paint has just been worn away over time. Like you can tell this dude, like if the robot has a functionality lifespan, he's coming to the end of his. He at least needs refreshing because this dude's seen a lot. And that's just so badass. I love that with the big armadillo type hands, like he's going to be burrowing in the earth. It's just so cool. Dude, thank you so much. I love this guy. But that's not all. This is just the first one. There's 2 more to go. Next, we've got a repaint of the character Blight. And I was tempted to just buy this figure anyway for the Cosmic Shelf. Why? Here's why. You already know. Because it's a skull inside a jar. That just looks cool. Instantly, you compare him up with Cosmic Ghost Rider, and they look like he's like Cosmic Ghost Rider's big brother. Like if you've been picking on Cosmic Ghost Rider in the playground, he's going to get this guy to come sort you out. I think he looks super badass. And really with this, it's not a case of a whole sort of customizing job. It's just zhuzhing up the paintwork. He's gone full George Michael on this, because it's taken what was the original Blight color scheme and then just gone over it in a nicer, deeper, more textured sort of paint job to really bring out what is a lovely really lovely sculpt and action figure. What Mcfarland have done with this guy, again, I don't know him as a character, but I just saw the image and I was like, man, if I come across this dude in the shop, I would be tempted because he just looks cool. When you hold him up to the light, you can see the skull really clearly in there with the light shining through the eyes. Looks so sinister. I really, really dig that. But then you've got, again, kind of like the original robot Shriek that I was showing you. Again, still need some names and backstories for that guy. You've got these lovely sort of, I don't know, like balls, I guess. They look almost like gems in the back, like energy sources. It's that different kind of texture that I really love, and that's something I'd love to see Marvel Legends do more of. It's very rare that you'll see anything besides the one basic type of plastic used on a Marvel Legend. But then with the Mcfarland ones, I don't know if it's a very common thing, but at least with here, it's so cool to see different types of material used to give different effects. Makes it feel like a more expensive figure, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's lovely on there. And just adding the extra sort of paintwork to just bring out all the different details. Then just the stuff that was already here with the Mcfarland figure. I love the texture on the purple of the suit. That's really, really nice. And the different layers of armor. Such a cool figure. He would have been cool as the original Blight figure, so if you see him in store, pick him up because he looks awesome. But then to have him just with his colors exaggerated and also deepened as well, looks so badass. And finally, the last custom, saving the best till last, because this is literally what I wanted. This was on my wish list of figures that I wanted to come out. The proper classic Spawn. I'm going to take him off the flight stand here. This is the Spawn, Mcfarland. Todd, are you listening? I know you're listening. I'm sure he's a big fan. This is the Spawn that I've been wanting them to make for the longest time. I didn't get the Kickstarter Spawn because honestly, I was like, I don't know if it's really worth it. Maybe initially, for the initial Kickstarter price, that Spawn was worth it. But now on the secondhand market, it's just too much. It's too much. But I wanted the classic Spawn with the red here. And annoyingly, Mcfarland announced that they were repainting the Mortal Kombat Spawn in the classic colors. But again, they haven't done the red on the body. And I don't know why there's such an aversion to that, because I think it looks so much better. It brightens him up so much more and makes the whole body look more dynamic and interesting. So taking the Mortal Kombat base body is great because I love the texture on the body. It makes his suit feel like an actual physical body, because, you know, Spawn's not wearing a cloth suit. That is his body that's just morphed into this necro creature. So having all the different muscle fibers and stuff on here is so nice, which is why I was disappointed when they didn't go the extra mile with the red. But now I've got it, so it doesn't matter. But then on top of that, dude, Robert, you kind of killed this here. You went, that's not all. First of all, let's give him a proper cloth cape and a wire in there too, because the whole point of Spawn's cape is it is alive. It's very symbiotic. It's kind of its own thing. So you can have this move in whatever way you want. Actually, the more I'm playing about with it, the better it looks to my eye. I would be tempted, but I wouldn't want to do it myself because I would ruin it. But you could totally actually cut some little holes and scratches in here to make the cape more scraggly like it appears. The only problem with that is once you start cutting holes in fabric, it's just a matter of time until you rip it. Like, well, me being a big clumsy oaf, that's always going to be the case. So keeping it as more of the perfect, pristine, regal cape, that works for me. But then the rest of the paint job on here, completely gone over in the line work. Dude, the line work on this? Shut up. You got a steady hand. You know, I might be like, look at that, steady as a rock. Yeah, but I paint with this hand. You know, it's just no good. But you, man, you nailed it. The amount of patience it must have taken to do this, I ain't got that. I can edit for hours, but give me a paintbrush and I'm like, okay, is it? Oh, I'm bored. Is it done yet? That's me painting. But this, yeah, absolutely beautiful. And then we've got the chain as well. And this is genius. So it's a little sort of fishing wire or whatever kind of very, very thin wire. So you can manipulate it however you want. And then he's threaded it. Again, man, talking about patience. Holy bananas. Threaded the wire through an actual chain. So you've got this chain you can manipulate. You ain't getting this for a $20 retail figure, that's for damn sure. And then the spikes on the end as well, so awesome. And then what is Spawn without his heavy artillery machine guns? And this one, this does the job nicely. So it wasn't the original Mortal Kombat Spawn figure, but it was one of the many repaints that he got to make this guy. And now that he has, it's all the Spawn I need. It's the perfect Spawn. I'm so happy, dude. Thank you so, so much. And folks, that does it for this insane custom display showcase. I mean, my goodness, dude, the amount of time and effort that you put into making these just to send them to this guy? What were you thinking? Well, you were thinking very nice, generous thoughts, and man, I appreciate that so, so much. Thank you for sharing your gift with me so that I can share it with everyone else, because that work deserves to be seen. Folks, thank you so much for watching. I had such a blast going through these. If you are a customizer, send me your stuff on Instagram. I want to be able to see what people do, because it blows my mind the creativity and talent that is out there. So folks, thanks for watching, and until next time, keep displaying model behavior.
Hey there, did you enjoy that video? Well, this is some advice from your friendly neighborhood daredevil. Wait a minute, that's not me. Deadpool, I'm not editing this. If you want to support this channel further, then join the 6-1 Clicks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Or even better than that, you can go over to patreon.com/displaying model behavior, where if you sign up, you can watch all of David's exclusive videos. You see all those pretty people down there? Yeah, they're all the Patreon subscribers. And each one of them gets a free back rub and shiatsu when they join. That's not a guarantee. Anyway, thank you for watching, and until next time, keep displaying model behavior.